Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christy with Van On. Come to you Thursday, July 14th. I'm going to go over the markets with you for the day. Quite a difference if you looked at the markets at the beginning of the day versus the close. So you saw a big reversal lower here. Started out with soybeans. Soybeans started off the day 15 higher. Ended up closing down 43 cents on your November contract. This is really what started the market. It kind of pulled everything else down with it. Corn was up 10 at one point, closed down 4 to 5 cents. Wheat market was up about 8 to 10 cents there, closed down about 3 to 4 cents as well. So you saw that pressure come through. Actually a pretty impressive close for both corn and wheat when you had as much pressure as you did into the soybean market. So where it started is obviously you've been building a weather premium into this market on the blocking ridge that is forming, or going to form I should say here, as they're expecting the 6 to 10 day and 8 to 14 day to be extremely hot and dry. So thinking 95 to 100 degree temperatures for a lot of areas, especially like Nebraska, Iowa, Illinois. We're not supposed to see it as much in Minnesota in the beginning of it, but we will have above average temperatures. South Dakota is supposed to get hit as well. And what you're saying is not that anything's changed out of this midday model, but what you're thinking is just the fact that you're coming in to this heat after about 2 weeks of really good rain. So really you've started off the month of July and a majority of areas have gotten the rain that they needed to, maybe a couple pockets here in some areas, but for the most part ample amounts of moisture have came through. And so you're coming off of all that moisture, and then the 5 days leading up to this hot and dry is cool and wet. And then they do think that you will see one rain system come through about midway through the model to give some relief to the heat, just to give a little bit of moisture back into the soil. It won't do much just because you're that hot, but it's better than nothing. And so what you have this market saying is that maybe this isn't as big of a deal because you're coming into the moisture that you have right now. Everything's going to change here probably when we get a little bit closer to it. So Monday trade, Sunday night trade, that's going to be a big trade after you get those. The closer we are to this forecast, we're going to have a little bit of a better idea how hot and dry it's going to get. Now this isn't supposed to start until early next week, middle of next week, so we have some time before this starts. But the most part, you really saw that premium taken out of the soybean markets. You also had some export sales this morning released. You were at the top end of the range in corn, towards the bottom end of the range in soybeans. So really a little bit of a lackluster there into the soybean trade. Moving into the meat markets, after yesterday's reversal, you were able to continue that strength with live cattle being up $1.50, feeders being up about the same, almost $2 on some contracts, then lean hogs mixed. Outside markets were slightly favorable with higher crude, lower dollar, and higher Dow market, but for the most part, really weather is what's going to continue dictating how this trade goes from here. I do have to close with a disclaimer: trading futures and options involves risk of loss and may not be suitable for all producers. Have a great day.